Hi Pokefans, welcome back to part 22 of my Indigo Disk DLC. In the last episode, I invited all of the gym leaders to come to Blueberry Academy for the very first time. I'm just gonna go ahead and invite them again today because once we do invite them for 2 times, the third time they will actually let us trade a Pokemon with them, which is something I'm actually targeting for. Now, we did get some really good gifts from a couple of the gym leaders. I'm hoping the same for today as well. I really don't want any of that case items that we did get yesterday. Alright, here I am in the league room. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed up this video a bit more, considering that we are actually challenging the gym leaders with the same Pokemon. As usual, I'm gonna go ahead and invite both of the first two gym leaders, which I believe is Katie and Brasius. Let me go ahead and talk to them as well. Of course, they are actually standing next to each other, although this time they're really not having a conversation. I believe they were having a conversation about collaborating on a Sunflora cake, which was pretty cute. This time though, it seems like Katie is talking about a Pokemon that she just recently caught, which I believe is Joltik, as it is a bug and electric type. I also really like Joltik. It is super cute, but it is super strong as well. Definitely a Pokemon to add to your team if you haven't really tried it out. Either way, it's time for me to go ahead and challenge her right here. Now I did switch an Amarouge up in front. I do believe that I'll be able to defeat all of her Pokemon with just this one Pokemon. So let's see if that actually happens. Her team is still gonna be around level 80. Really wish that this time they would actually increase the level of these Pokemons, just to kind of give us a bit more of a challenge, but I guess not. By the way, just letting you all know, there is a 7-star raid that is gonna happen this weekend, which is for Empoleon with Ice type. Definitely you need either a fire type Pokemon or probably a fighting type Pokemon would be better. Either way, it should be pretty easy to catch as long as you have a really good Pokemon. In my case, I'm probably gonna try and use Iron Hands, as it is a really good typing against Empoleon. But of course, you never know what kind of moveset it might have, so you do have to be a bit careful. Either way, I actually did make a small mistake here. I should have switched out Amarouge when Arachnid came in, but thankfully the Psychic was able to take it down in the very next turn. Usually when it comes to these battles, I don't really put too much thought into it. There are times when I just spam a move and hope that it actually works out. I guess that is what I was doing with this battle right here. I could have still kept Amarouge in. Either way, Lucario was able to kind of take it down. For Heracross, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch in. Now when it comes to Paldia, there is still a part of the map that is inaccessible. I wonder if they are gonna just give us a small content for that area itself. I mean, we have already had DLC part 1 and 2 completed with the extra epilogue, so I'm really not sure if they're gonna actually use that part of the map. Hopefully it is reserved for a particular event that is gonna come up in the future. If you do know anything about it, please let me know in the comment section, as I'm pretty interested to know why that area is still locked in. Alright, seems like we have actually defeated Katie right here. Although I must say yesterday's battle was way better than this one. Alright, let's see what we do get from her. Hopefully it is a better gift, just like the one that we got yesterday. I believe she did give us a sweet Herba Mystica bottle. Ooh, alright, this time we did get iron. Although this is really not helpful for my Pokemons, I probably will be able to sell it out for a couple of money. But that is all on Katie right here. She of course has been, I guess, looking around the terrarium for quite some time now. She also has different dialogues each time you talk to her. But of course, now that I have challenged her, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Brasius right here. Let's see what he has to say. Of course, we do have a famous artist here in Unova. I'm pretty sure he would have met this guy as well. Alright, he did say he is gonna go to Castelia City, which is pretty cool. Either way, I am ready to challenge him as well. Thankfully, the Pokemons do get auto-healed after each of these battles, so I really don't have to worry about healing them. As usual, Breloom is up front. I definitely want to add this one to my team at some point. Now, I did mention about making a list in my last episode of the different Pokemons that I want to use in my team, but really didn't get a chance to use them before. Let me know in the comment section if you have a Pokemon that you definitely want to use in your team, but it's really not accessible in the main storyline, so you have just never gotten a chance to use it before. There we go, we are actually making pretty quick work of his team members. I should say, having a fire type in your team for at least Paldea is definitely pretty helpful. I wonder if we can actually go through this one without having a fire type. I mean, we could definitely manage it, considering that it is just the first 2 gyms. But still, I believe it is gonna be a bit trickier. Of course, we could always switch in flying types. That would actually take care of it as well. One last Pokemon left, which is his Sudowoodo. He's of course gonna go ahead and terrestrialize it again. I really wish that they had upgraded this battle a bit more to make it a bit tougher the second time we do challenge them. After all, we really don't see the difference between the first time I invited them and this one. Either way, after this, only one more round of inviting them to go ahead and trade some Pokemons, which by the way I'll definitely go ahead and cover as well. I also have to go ahead and challenge my 3 friends, which is Namuna and Penny with Irwin. I believe they are also available, so I have to invite them as well. As for the other spaces that are currently unoccupied, I believe they will be available once we defeat all of the other people. There we go, we have defeated Brassius as well. Hopefully he does give us a better gift that is today. I believe we got a Sunflora suitcase in the last episode. I guess I'll take the experience candies. After all, it is quite helpful, especially since we have a couple of 7-star raids coming up. Now that we have defeated both of these, I'm gonna go ahead and invite Lono and Kofu. I remember that Lono had given us a souvenir. Hopefully we don't really get that one again. I'm also okay with a couple more extra experience candies rather than getting an item that I'll probably never be able to use. At this point, I also decided to switch out my team members. This one should be better. I do have my Crocodile up in front. Should be able to deal with most of her Pokemons other than the very first one. She actually visited Charlestone Cave, which is expected. But I wonder which Pokemon she was able to catch there. I wonder if it's the Magnemite that she is gonna trade with us the next time we do invite her to this academy. Either way, it is pretty cool. Let's quickly go ahead and defeat her as well. As usual, Lono is always a bit trickier. She does have electric type Pokemon. Unless of course you have a couple of rock types and ground types in your team. In my case, unfortunately, I don't have a rock type Pokemon, so I definitely have to make do with the ones I have right here. Decided to go ahead and swap out Crocodile right here, as it doesn't really have a good move. Got hit by a Tailwind, that's pretty fine. Now Slowking here should be able to take care of it with his Psychic. I've actually never used Galarian Slowking, so this one is definitely pretty cool. I probably will try and add this one to my list of maybe using it in my team for the next time. As for the next Pokemon, decide to go ahead and switch into Lucario. This actually reminds me, I haven't really been able to complete my Pokédex. Sadly, I still need 2 more Pokemons, which is actually only exclusive to Violet version. If anyone of you do have the Violet version and did actually get the DLC, please let me know. I'm interested in going ahead and getting the Pokédex completed. I of course don't need the Pokemons, I'm happy to kind of trade it back. But of course I just need to trade them in to get them recorded. Let me know in the comment section if you are interested in that. It seems to be that this battle is way easier now that I do have a ground type Pokemon. This I believe is the 5th Pokemon that she has. Luxray should be easy as well. We go ahead and use another Earthquake. There we go. Up next, she has Belly Bolt. I can keep in Crocodile for this one. I'm actually pretty interested in the moveset that Belly Bolt gets. I never really researched on that. Maybe I'll be able to add it to my team pretty soon. The last Pokemon is Miss Magius, and I won't be able to use a ground type move on this one though. I guess I could go with Outrage. It is pretty powerful and definitely does a lot of more damage. There she goes. I think electric type doesn't really suit Miss Magius, but then again, Lono does need a electric type Pokemon. This case just got hit by a crit hit. Lucky for me, I do have Anger Point on Crocodile. So the second turn should be much better. There we go. And we were able to take her down as well. I believe the battles today are way easier than the one I had yesterday. At least with Lono right here. Hopefully the battle with Kofu will be easy as well. Let's see what we do get. And we get a bottle of Carbos. That's pretty good. I actually don't mind it. As for Kofu, he is right here. And he does talk about lack of seafood in the cafeteria menu. That is kind of true. Maybe he could actually add a delicacy that he knows to the menu. Alright, pretty good. I wonder if he will have some newer items in the cafeteria. This is something I have to go back and check out. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and challenge him. This should be pretty fun. I'm actually pretty happy that I bought in Kilowattrel to my team. It should be able to definitely do quite a dent on his team. Especially on Pelipper here, as I did one-shot it. Next we have Clothesir, which I believe will go down as well. Go ahead and use Discharge. There we go. Next is for Alligator. Once again, I think Discharge should be able to take this one down. I think this is the fastest I was able to defeat most of the Pokemons. I really don't have to worry about switching out. Going ahead with another Discharge, and Venusaur goes down as well. That is 4 Pokemons out. Pugtrio will also go down, considering that it really doesn't have that good of a defense stats, or a special defense for that matters. He is back up to his last Pokemon. This was definitely pretty cool. I believe that the battle I had in Paldea was a bit tougher than this one though. As usual, he does go with terrestrializing his Pokemon. Now I could do the same, but that would just increase the time of this battle. So I'm just going to stick with Discharge. There we go. We were easily able to defeat Kofu. Definitely the easiest battle out of the 4 we have had till now. Let me see what I do get for defeating him. Hopefully it is another really good item. And he gives us 2 bottles of zinc. Not bad. Although the amount of items I'm getting is really less, I'm still okay with it. But if you are trying to get more items, I guess completing the blueberry quest is a better way to get most of these items. Talking about the blueberry quests, I actually have to get more BP. Probably at some point I'm gonna go back and get more quests completed to get more points to invite these gym leaders. Here's the next pair. I decided to go ahead and finally use Lucario for Larry right here. He loved the Castolia cones, which we did kind of suggest to him yesterday. I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully we get a chance to taste it as well. Alright. It's actually surprising that he is quite talkative today. He never is the one for that. So it's pretty cool to know that he is opening up to us. But we still have to battle him. Hopefully this one will be better than the last time. Of course, with Lucario up in front, I should be able to easily take down all of his Pokemon. For the first turn, I'm gonna go with Aura Spear. And ooh, it actually survived. But Trailblaze is really nothing. So I'm just gonna go with Flash Cannon in the second turn. There we go. That is the first Pokemon down. Flamigo is a bit trickier. Lucario might go down on this one, but let me try with the Flash Cannon. And I went down. Alright. That was not what I was expecting. Maybe I should have just switched into Kilowatt in the first place. That would have helped. Either way, just gonna go ahead with the Hurricane. There we go. Up next, we have Tauros. I'm just gonna go with Kilowatt. Sadly, Lucario is down and I really do not want to revive it again. So we're just going to use our team members that we already have. Lucky for me, Tauros did get paralyzed here. So I will be able to take it down in the next turn. I'm going to go with another discharge and it is down. That is the third Pokemon. Next one is Altaria. I'm just going to keep it in. And I'm going to go with another discharge. For Altaria, I think if I had gone into Tinkaton, it would still be better, considering Play Rough is a really good move against it. But I don't believe it would have taken it down in one hit. There we go. Up next, Dun and Sparse. This one is a bit trickier. I actually like the moveset that Dun and Sparse does get. But I did decide to go ahead and switch into Crocodile. Going with an Earthquake definitely did a lot more damage. Although I did get hit by a Glare. That's alright. I'm gonna go with a Fall Play. Unfortunately, I actually got paralyzed here. I'm just gonna try that move out again. Hopefully this time I'll be able to hit. And we did. There we go. One last Pokemon left, which is his top Pokemon, Staraptor. Switching out into Kilowatt. Although I really am not able to use electric type move against this one, I'm just gonna try it. Hopefully it will go down in a couple of turns. And I believe I'll just go with Discharge. I could go with Electro Ball, but I'm not really sure how much damage it would do. So it's safer to go with this. I'm actually not trusting Hurricane. It is a move that I have, but it has 70% chance of accuracy. And in my case though, I have a really bad luck with that move. It seems to be that I miss it a lot rather than actually landing that hit. In this case, it's better to use a different move. But we still were able to defeat him. That is pretty good. I believe we have 3 more gym leaders left. We already have Rhyme up here in Blueberry Academy, so I'll quickly go ahead and challenge her as well. But as for Larry, we do get just 1 rare candy. Pretty bad, but I'll take it. Let me switch out my team members. And there we go. We are ready to take down Rhyme as well. I guess she was surprised to see that everyone here does prefer double battles. But of course, it is really cool, and I actually really prefer double battles than single battle. So I'm pretty happy that we did get the chance to have these in this DLC. Either way, it is time for me to go ahead and challenge her. As usual, she is gonna go with double battle here, which is definitely pretty unique for this gym leader. I'm actually really not sure what I will do with Mimikyu, but I believe the other Pokemon should be pretty easy. There we go, Bennett is down. And Crocodile is gonna go for Mimikyu with Foul Play. Now that we have the disguise down, we should be able to take it down as well. Up next we have Goluk. I think I will go with Muscrada. Going with Flower Trick on that and Foul Play on Mimikyu. Goluk goes down. I've actually never used Goluk before, but I kind of feel like it doesn't really have that good of a defense or special defense stat. So probably not the Pokemon that I would go for if I really want to add it to my team. But I do want to add Mimikyu to my team, so that is gonna go in my list. Surprisingly, Mimikyu actually survived for the 3rd turn, which is not what I expected. At least I'll be able to take it down right here. There we go. And we should have 2 more Pokemons left. Her Spiritomb and her final Pokemon. Here comes Toxicity and Spiritomb. Actually, also I'm interested in using Spiritomb. It does have a unique typing. And if I do have some really good TMs, I can definitely go ahead and teach it those moves. Alright, let's see if we are able to defeat her right here. I'm surprised that none of my team members actually went down. But of course, Toxicity goes down even before it could actually use its move. And Crocodile went with Earth Power. Actually decided to go with that. I really didn't want to use Earthquake and hit Muscrada, so Earth Power it is. For the next turn, I have both of my Pokemons targeting Spiritomb. Energy Ball does a pretty good damage. Unfortunately, it didn't really take it down, but we did have Crocodile here. There we go, that was a pretty easy battle. If I had to rank the easier battles, I would say Rhyme would take the 3rd. Probably the first one would be Kofu and the second one being Brassius. Alright, let me go ahead and invite the rest of the gym leaders before we end out this episode. Alright, I'm back. I had to go ahead and get 400 more blueberry points just to go ahead and invite the 2 new gym leaders. So there we go. Finally, I'm able to invite the last 2 ones. It seems like Tulip is definitely not going to talk to Grusha. Either way, I'm just going to go ahead and talk to Tulip. Seems that she is, as always, quizzing us. Of course, we know that she is a makeup artist. She is in modeling as well as a gym leader, which is pretty nice. Either way, apparently nobody knows who Tulip is here in Unova, which is understandable considering the fact that she's only famous in Patia. But let me quickly go ahead and invite her to the battle court. This time I'm hoping to go ahead and defeat her much easily rather than the last time. I believe I didn't actually challenge her in the last episode. That's because I already challenged her before this. In this case, I also decided to go with my Tinkaton up in front just to see how it goes. It does know the move knockoff, which is much helpful. As for the next one, Delphox, I decided to just switch into Slowking. If you didn't know, Slowking is just a random Pokemon that I have in my team. I'm just trying to level it up to level 100 like the other Pokemons that I do have. Either way, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and switch back into Crocodile, which is actually a better Pokemon to take down Delphox here. I also believe that Delphox here is a newer Pokemon that she added to her team after she came here to Blueberry Academy, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, I have yet to upgrade the biomes to get the newer Pokemons, so I wondered how she actually got this Delphox here. But then again, she's not the only gym leader with a Pokemon that is actually a starter Pokemon. I guess there are a couple other, especially Kofu. Either way, the lead should be pretty easy to defeat, especially with Kill Battle, as long as I'm able to actually hit the Hurricane, which by the way I did miss in the first turn and was able to hit for the second one. Next we have Gardevoir. I'm gonna switch out. I really wish Slowking actually knew a poison type move at this point. That would have actually helped. But Tinkaton has steel type, so that should be pretty good. There we go. Gonna go ahead and use Gigaton Hammer. And we were able to take down her Pokemon pretty good. Next is Esprata. This I believe is her final team member. Or maybe not. She does have two more, or one more. Knockoff should be able to take care of it without doing too much damage. There we go. We were able to take her 5 Pokemons down. She has her final Pokemon still left, which I believe is a Flogis. Yep. I'm gonna just go into Muscrada, because why not? Unfortunately, Muscrada has a grass type, not a dark one. But hopefully I'll still be able to take her down with Night Slash. By the way, while creating a TM offline, I actually thought Acrobatics to Muscrada. Not really sure if this move will actually help it, but I would rather it have this move. And of course, Night Slash did actually take it down, which is pretty cool. Now that we have defeated Tulip here for the second time, hopefully she does give us a really good present. I believe she had given us a couple of bottles of Carbos the last time we did actually battle her. As for this one, we do get Carbos again. Right. One more gym leader left. He's right here. Let me quickly switch out my team member. I'm gonna go into Crocodile. I could have brought in Armarouge, but I think this one's pretty cool. Grusha here is pretty happy about the polar biome, especially the powdery snow, and the fact that we can actually go ahead and snowboard in the slopes, although he is really not interested in doing so. Either way, we are gonna go ahead and quickly challenge him. Also, challenging him is really not uncool. I guess Grusha is the only one that believes that it's uncool. Either way, here comes Ninetales. And definitely Earthquake should be able to take care of it. But you never know. Never mind. I'm actually hoping that I never get hit by Ice type move. I believe Crocodile will go down if it does get hit. Next is Frostmoth, and I might have to switch out. I mean, I could go into Outrage and then maybe switch out for the next turn. It's a bit worrying that Frostmoth is actually going for Quiver Dance, which might be an issue. I need one more turn to take it down. Let's see if we are faster. Never mind. We got hit by a blizzard. I guess it was kind of my fault. I should have switched it out. But now I'm just gonna go into my Tinkaton and try to use steel type moves. Right there, lucky enough to actually escape the blizzard and take down this Pokemon, or else it might have taken down all of my team members. Next up is Beartech. This one should go down with a couple of Flash Cannon or maybe a Gigaton Hammer. And Flash Cannon almost took it down. Of course, we get hit by a pretty good Earthquake. I do have leftovers on Tinkaton here, so this should be pretty fine. Going with another Flash Cannon, we are able to take down the Beartech as well. This is actually pretty fun. I always wondered if we could actually rematch the gym leaders, but it's a bit trickier to kind of travel around each time I want to rematch the gym leaders and Palia. This is definitely an easier way to do it. Cityton went down with one hit on Gigaton Hammer, which is very helpful. After all, it is pretty tough. Next one is Weavile. I think I can just go ahead and use Flash Cannon on this one. Actually, let me use Play Rough. That is also another powerful move. And Weavile goes down. Couple of Pokemons left. I believe the next one up is Altaria. Yep, it is. Alright. I'm still gonna go ahead with Tinkaton again. Usually I'm not too worried about the ice type Pokemons, especially since I do have a fire type team member. But in this case, since I don't have my fire type Pokemon, I guess I do have to kind of hope that other team members can take it down as well. Altaria here is her final Pokemon, so I did go with the Gigaton Hammer. That is a pretty powerful move and was able to take down Altaria in one hit. Pretty good. Definitely one of the other easier gym battle. Probably I would put this one in the third place as well. Let's see what we do get for defeating Rusha here. A Pearl String. Not bad. This is definitely one of the best gifts that I have got out of all the gym leaders that I battled today. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get more blueberry points. I believe I need at least 1400 to invite all of these gym leaders for the third time in order to kind of trade off a couple of Pokemons. I'm also gonna go ahead and challenge Nemona, Penny and Irwin in the next episode as well. So that is gonna be pretty fun. Right, hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. If you'd like to support me more on Patreon, check out the links in my description. And I'll see you all in the next one.